Welcome back. We are getting in breaking inputs at the moment from Uttar Pradesh. We are learning that in the Uttar Pradesh Assembly, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has gone on to say that Ayodhya city was brought within the purview of prohibitions and curfew by the previous governments, and in fact it faced injustice. The same happened with Ayodhya, Kashi and Mathura. He says that after Ram Mandir, it is now time for Krishna's abode. Clearly now reaching out to make a point that Kashi and Mathura are next. Remember, as we all know, that the civil suits challenging the religious character of the Gyanvapi Mosque in Varanasi and the Shahi Eidgah Mosque in Mathura are currently gaining fast pace. Developments have been happening thick and fast, but as far as Chief Minister is concerned, he is making a political and religious point over there. Let's also listen to what the UP Chief Minister said.
हमने तो केवल 3 जगह मांगी, अन्य जगहों के बारे में कोई मुद्दा नहीं था। अयोध्या के लिए, और देखिए अयोध्या का उत्सव लोगों ने देखा तो नंदी बाबा ने भी कहा भाई हम काहे इंतजार करें। उन्होंने भी इंतजार किए बगैर रात्रि में बैरिकेड तोड़वा डाले, और हमारे कृष्ण कन्हैया कहां मानने वाले हैं। दो 2017 के पहले उत्तर प्रदेश को जिन लोगों ने 4-4 बार प्रदेश में शासन किया, एक लंबे समय तक सत्ता के सिंहासन पर विराजमान रहे, वह उत्तर प्रदेश को कहां लेके गए थे। पहचान का संकट खड़ा कर दिया था उत्तर प्रदेश वासियों के सामने। एक पहचान का संकट आया था, यहां का नौजवान बाहर नहीं जा सकता था, पहचान छुपाने के लिए मजबूर था। उत्तर प्रदेश से बाहर निकलता था तो हे दृश्य देखा जाता था। नौजवान कहीं जाता था, नौकरी नहीं मिलती थी। यहां तो अवसर थे नहीं, लेकिन अगर उत्तर प्रदेश से बाहर जा रहा है तो नौकरी नहीं मिलती थी। किराए पर कमरे की बात तो दूर, होटल और धर्मशालाओं में भी कमरे नहीं मिल पाते थे। ये उत्तर प्रदेश की स्थिति 2017 के पहले बना दी गई थी। महोदय, कौन जिम्मेदार है इस स्थिति के लिए?
All right, so alluding to the Hindu gods Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna, he's in fact making a point as far as Mathura and Kashi are concerned. For more details, let's quickly go across to Siddhant. Siddhant, it's not the first time that the UP Chief Minister has spoken about how Sanatanis just wanted Ayodhya, Mathura and Kashi. He's also attacking the BSP and the Samajwadi Party of robbing the UP common man of an identity and creating an identity crisis.
Well, absolutely, Akanksha. And look, one thing is for sure, that this is perhaps going to be the electoral flank of Bharatiya Janata Party in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Look, right now, Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath, is speaking in the House, and this is this is in a reply to the governor's speech. And he's participating in that, and in fact, in a very candid manner, he perhaps spoken about BJP's election plank, which is going to be for 2024 Lok Sabha polls. That Ayodhya ke baad Nandi Baba ne bhi raat mein darwaze khulwa diye. He was referring to the recent order that has come from the lower courts to open the gates for the puja of Gyanvapi Mosque. And he also said कि हमारे किशन कन्हैया क्यों पीछे रहेंगे. So in a very candid manner, he made those remarks, while also perhaps mentioning the other schemes of his government.
Siddhant, I'm so sorry to interrupt you there. In fact, I'm also joined by Mr. Vishnu Jain on the phone line, who, remember, has been fighting all these cases for the Hindu side. Mr. Jain, thank you for joining in on CNN News 18. How do you put into perspective what the Chief Minister has today said in the Uttar Pradesh Assembly? He's gone on record to say that all the Sanatanis wanted is Ayodhya, Mathura and Kashi, and that till 2017, UP was robbed of its identity.
No, correct that the CM statement is absolutely right, and it is in consonance with the public sentiment. And I feel that the legal battle which we are fighting is progressing at a very high pace, and we are hopeful that very soon we'll get Ayodhya and Kashi back through legal means by way of courts.
I believe you mean Mathura and Kashi.
Sorry, Mathura and Kashi. I'm so sorry. Mathura and
All right. And when you talk about, I mean, we've already seen how developments have taken place as far as the Gyanvapi case is concerned. How hopeful are you with regards to Mathura?
Very hopeful. In Mathura's case, survey order has already been passed by the Honorable Allahabad High Court. The matter is pending adjudication before the Honorable Supreme Court. And we have a very strong case on merits, and we have ample proof that a pre-existing temple was demolished so far as Mathura is concerned.
Mr. Jain, take in a moment to also weigh in on what the Chief Minister said. Time and again, he's accused the Samajwadi Party and the BSP of robbing the Uttar Pradesh identity. He says that the youth of UP was in fact scared to step out and acknowledge their religious identity, and that Uttar Pradesh was suffering from an identity crisis.
No, definitely I also belong from Uttar Pradesh, and I've seen the government which was run by Samajwadi Party from 2012 to 2017. And it was completely a law and order situation. The state machinery had virtually broken down, and there was completely an appeasement politics which was going on in the state of Uttar Pradesh. So definitely I support the statement of the Honorable Chief Minister, and I think that in future we'll be very hopeful that very soon we'll get Mathura and Kashi back through legal means.
Mr. Jain, members from the Muslim community in fact have gone on to say that you accuse the UPA regime or the other opposition parties of playing appeasement politics, but what about the BJP, which is doing so to win the favour of the majoritarian community?
See, nothing, no legislation has been passed by the present government. Matter is pending before the Honorable Court, and the Honorable Court is deciding as to what is the evidence, in whose favour the evidence is weighing. So far as government is concerned, they have a belief that these issues must be resolved at the earliest through constitutional means, which has already been there in their manifesto so far as Ayodhya was concerned. So if through constitutional means a government is hopeful that these issues can be resolved, I think this statement must be welcomed by everyone.
All right. Many thanks to you, Mr. Jain, for bringing in all those precious insights for us. And with that, let's quickly go back to Siddhant. Siddhant, you heard what Mr. Jain is saying. He's very hopeful about Mathura and Kashi as well. But having said that now, place into perspective, when we look at the political scenario over here, many have accused the BJP of playing appeasement politics there. What will this mean for the BJP, considering the Ram Mandir was also their agenda in the previous Lok Sabha election? Now we see Kashi and Mathura also being invoked.
Well, that's right. And in fact, Akanksha, you listen to Yogi Adityanath's speeches, his public address, especially maybe in last 1 year, 1.5 years. Each time around, wherever he is addressing people, he makes sure that he mentions or perhaps compares the situation of Ayodhya and Uttar Pradesh now and before. In fact, today also, at the time of speaking in the House, he did mention that how people were used to be scared, how curfew was being imposed in Ayodhya. Now the scenarios have completely changed. And, taking this opportunity for the first time, speaking in the House after the inauguration of Temple, Akanksha, Yogi Adityanath has made it very clear that why should Kashi and Mathura stay behind. Justice has been done to Ayodhya, and in fact, he also referred to the recent order by the lower court to open the gates for the puja at Gyanvapi Mosque. So that was also said in his address in the House. So one thing is for sure, Akanksha, that Ayodhya is done, and now the focus of the government would be Kashi and Mathura. Perhaps both the cases, as far as the legal standing of both the cases are concerned, are being pursued in a very speedy manner in the courts. At the same time, the effective administration's, effectiveness is required, which was seen at the time of the puja which was done in the Varanasi Gyanvapi case. So, that is perhaps coming from the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath.
All right. Thank you so much, Siddhant, for putting the Chief Minister's statement into perspective for us. And with that, it's a quick wrap from my end. Thank you so much for watching. Up next is Nation at 5 with my colleague Anusha Soni.